Oqaz, Sarq, Gut, Wahat, Samel, Oft Zyw, szah. This year's selection of verses for Cross Quarter Night that starts what used to be called fall are 3, 151, 6, 128, 12, 21, and 23, 16, 29, 29, 67, or is it 68, 39, 32, 60, and 72, 40, 76, 41, 24, 47, 12, and 19 from Al-Quran, Surah Ayat, Proverbs 7, 18 through 20, Haggai 8, 11, 2 Corinthians 5, 3, and Jude 1, 6. And in the ceremony, there was the interlacing of this chant here in the middle. The Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, which is the oldest variation of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the Kali San Tarana. And so in Proverbs 7, (18 through 20), we have, let us drink our fill of love till morning, let us delight in amorous embrace. For the man of the house is away, he is oft on a distant journey. He took his bag of money with him and will return only at mid-month. Don't just stick around when, there's more of a guarantee from the woman, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember what response I had other than the experience shown, but what was the name of Proverbs? Meshli, that's what Proverbs is called properly. And all these verses chosen regard a dwelling place. A dwelling place that's, sort of a chosen thing. And the correct name of Haggai is Chagi. So Haggai 1:9 is, you have been expecting much and getting little, and when you brought it home, I had a below on it. Because of what? Says God is a noun and verb of hosts, because of my house, which lies in ruins, while you all hurry to your own houses. Now, if you're going to get a lot, either spiritually or otherwise, you gotta, not make it just something that you blow on it like one of those children's things that you blow on a, is it the dandelion? Dandelions have the puffballs, or what is it that, whatever those puffball things in the field are that you blow on. 2 Corinthians 5:3. If indeed also being clothed and not naked, we shall be found. And then yeah, you always want to end up in a state that you're willing to be found in. Jude 1:6 is angels, and who kept not their own first estate, but left their own dwelling under the judgment of the great day, in bonds eternal under darkness he keeps. And the darkness thing grows a little bit stronger, I guess, when we either turn to the Zoroastrian material, as it would be called, Mazda-Yasnahe, Zarathustra, the Vendidad, the Vesta, that sort of thing. Or if you turn to the Quran, what's being talked about here. And 351 is we will put terror in the hearts of the misbelievers. They shall serve others as deities besides God, for whom he has revealed no sanction. The fire shall be their home. Dismal indeed is the dwelling of the evildoers. And yeah, look at your own, how you've turned your emotions towards one thing or another. And then you'll see and understand your results in life before you get there. 6:128. He will say, the fire shall be your home, and there you shall remain forever, unless God ordain otherwise. Your Lord is wise and all-knowing. Now, in life, when you make your choice, what's your fate going to be? Don't expect to take it back when the time comes. 12:29. Yusuf, okay, Joseph, say no more about this. Woman, ask your pardon for your sin, you have done wrong. Okay, I guess that's, oh wait, no, it's 21 to 23. Okay, I read the wrong one for the wrong one. So we established Joseph in the land and taught him to interpret dreams. God has power over all things, and though most men may not know it. So sometimes it's not our choice where we are, but God has a mission for us. It may not be the mission, some grandiose thing that we, kind of say whatever, but still. His master's wife attempted to seduce him. She bolted the doors and said, come. And 16:29. Okay, that's the 29 I was thinking of, right? Let me look real quick. Fadkhulu abwaba jahannam. Okay. Indeed, they will reply, God knows what you have done. Enter the gates of hell. There you shall abide for a long time. Dismal is the abode of the arrogant. And some people will say there's a difference. Oh, 29. Okay, that's how I read that wrong. There's a difference between those who go to the afterlife fighting what their state is going to be, and those that, you know, so 2968 is, and who is more wicked than man who invents a falsehood about God and denies the truth when it's declared to him? Is there not a home in hell for the unbelievers? And so see, the chant is different here. The Krishna is both darkness and all color. Rama is both enjoyment and sound. The Hari is potency, so omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence. So amid supplications regarding what I was saying here, I would employ that chant. And so 39, (32). Oh. Who is more wicked than the man who invents a falsehood about God and denies the truth when it is declared to him? Is there not a home in hell for the unbelievers? Now, certainly know about what you're negating or affirming. 3960 is, on the day of resurrection, you shall see their faces blackened. Those who utter falsehoods about God, is there not in hell a home for the vainglorious? Now, we're, you know, some people are going to misunderstand this sort of thing. We're talking about the darkening and the lightening of the human being. It's not a skin color thing. It's like the aura, the light, heat, magnetism, moisture has a darkening and brightening sort of effect that can go with it here. And we have, yes, they will answer. And thus the promised scourge will smite the unbelievers, and they will be told, enter the gates of hell and stay therein forever. Evil shall be the dwelling place of the vainglorious. And then we turn to chapter 40, and we got 76. And they will be told that is because on earth you took delight in falsehoods and led a wanton life, entered the gates of hell and stay therein forever. Evil is the home of the arrogant. And see, if people are prideful, we can't choose otherwise for them. 41:24. If they resign themselves, then the fire shall be their home, and if they shall sue for pardon, their suit shall not be granted. See, you wouldn't have been there in the first place if it's not whatever. So be conscious. 47:12. God will admit those who embrace the true faith and do good works to gardens watered by running streams. The unbelievers take their fill of pleasure and eat as cattle eat, but the fire shall be their home. And a person, just like I 9 times with the Oft Zyw, but Oft Zyw, Oft Zyw, szah, the interlacing of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know, groups of 108 would be nice to say that with. We see different implements used in the ritual. We have these mala beads, which are divided into 7 pink, 2 white, and then you got 33, 33, 33 of the blue, green, and orange. Sounds I'm making with that. Let's if you heard any creaking or all that. On my neck here, I had the pseudo Solomonic pentacle. You know, I've explained why that's not the case, but why it's not really a Solomonic pentacle. A mood ring, which I can practice changing the color of it. Sodalites on, you know, 2 tetrahedrons combined. So that's actually a lot more than 4 sides, but because what would that be? 3 plus so that'd be like 24 sides, which happens to be the number of sides on a garnet stone and the number of runes in the Greek variation of that. So these are my fall things, fall quarter. So things kind of wane, I guess. So silver is a appropriate symbol for that. The water kind of dissolves all things. So 2 interlacing triangles and different things related to that, changing the colors of the mood ring, twine, and there's a bunch of things that you could say about this. And this would have probably been a longer program if it was, you know, so the moment of the cross quarter in 2021 is 11:53 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday, August 6th. And I would have broken into speaking in tongues. I would have asked the question for the solar day, which Saturday would be the first full day of what used to be called fall. And that was, how is life's sustenance? By the material. And then we have, how is existence beyond time, as the lunar question. And the lunar day is always included in what we're talking about. You may want to refer to a different program. Now, the sacrifice that I take part in, it's been different animals and stuff, is not some of what is hinted about in this. Certain activities that are done with the animal before or during or whatnot, that's not what I'm doing. It's just the animal slaughter, the humane treatment of the animal, the invoking the name of God. Certain acts are not what I am talking about, obviously. Now, the arrangement of the candles could have been a little bit different. I partook of an unseen fire, an unseen drink, an unseen bread. So out of the cup, off the rock that you see, I'm trying to point at it, but see that rock with the twine bit on it, the unseen bread was on that. And the unseen fire was on the middle stone with the candle. So the raw, because the black candle was in the middle, because it's the time of year where the darkness gets its foothold. And then it's equal light and darkness, but darkness is about to take charge. Then darkness is clearly taking charge, and darkness is its strongest strength. Then darkness is losing a foothold, and then darkness and light are equal, and whatever. Darkness is almost not, and darkness is as weak as it's going to get. So, and there's other ways to look at the symbolism involved. And I'm not saying because of involvement of certain plants and certain animals and certain techniques with the self that one ignores whatever other science, or certainly employing spiritual consciousness with whatever. And ultimately, the human being themselves is the sacrifice. And some things happen inside the circle, some things happen outside the circle. The point is, the ritual makes things what they are. Things don't have inherent power. Here's a place where spiritual behavior took part. Here are tools used in the spiritual operations. Rings, stones, necklaces, emblems, predators and scavengers encircle us. Harvesters and herders feed us. The incoming youth have started to replace us into the water, and with the feasters. Becoming dogs is not for us. Like the lady who is a quiet healer, we are turning over these caskets to the mysterious. We are nourishers of the beauty of this time. Crowned with the waning light, we preserve as placers. Sounds and blue hearts with cups are of the might for each. Souls, wars. The ground will have the dew we drink and other colors. The devotee knows what for. 11 times these sets of 3 words connect me to power. Or is it 1728 or 16912 with 16 that gives attraction and pleasure? One can become an initiate in this very hour, but not all teachers know they are liars. Neither obedience nor transgression is the goal to elate in, but is ever a processor. Be ever careful rather than merely acting to complete an experience as more of an informer will shock. Oh, I read that wrong. To complete and experiences will shock and lull you as more of an informer. Mystic life becomes filled with forms that are sympathetic, beyond ease and difficulty is what connects us to the universal soul. Light, passion, and darkness are the regulations that make the 3 created worlds whole. The only way to the hermetic is through the prosaic, but the exoteric is not something about which to be ecstatic. Abandon the time and place beyond dispensations in the modes of creation is the means for each to work out their own salvation. Beyond illusion and delusion of these is our illumination. Are you ready for the most pedantic and to enact what is most drastic? In between the continual study and practice, what is not possible by this devotion? Our acquisition is unto the ability and authority to make the transformation with the plant, animal, and human sacrifice towards what will pass on the transmissions. Ever engaging the personal, local, national, and universal in the ever liberating devotion that is the past, present, and future destination. Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. As you can tell, this is more about yoga. My next warming quarter start of rite will regard Tantra. Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Are you going to be ready for your placement? Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Are you in control of what you are? Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Are you aware of the limitations inside you and making use of what is outside you? Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. The gentle consciousness Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Protection, but not by things. Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Pressed particles that remain. Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. To take on the roles of those that have passed on, or as they fall from their position and hand them on. Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Honoring with the consciousness that changes, but has points that we can work with in desirable ways. Oft Zyw sarkat wahaf simil Oft Zyw szah. Zyw, szah, Oft Zyw, sark, gut, wahath, simil, Oft Zyw, szah.